I'm going to take a little departure from my regularly scheduled program here to point to a letter we recently sent out, which I hold in my hands. I just thought it'd be worth pointing to this letter because I know a lot of you are like me and either don't read your mail or you skim it really quickly, so I just thought I'd point this out. This is being recorded on November 1st. We are 5 days away from the election on November 6th, and what this letter was pertaining to was just a little bit of a heads up on markets reacting to presidential elections. And long story short, there's a lot more things than just elections that impact markets. I'll just read you a couple of passages from this. There tends to be a lot of hand-wringing from investors as presidential elections approach. You get people saying, well, I don't want to do anything until after the election, and then you get others saying, well, I want to make sure I do something before the election. And markets certainly can respond to elections, but there's a whole lot more things than just who occupies the White House that influences markets. There's a whole paragraph on that I point you to. One thing that was pointed out in the paragraph on all these other things included natural disasters. Now, as this letter was being hatched and prepared and compliance approved, we had no notion of the disaster that would hit the east coast of this country. So that showed itself again. So there's a lot of things that impact the elections. Finally, on the second page, it got to a little quiz, which was kind of interesting if any of you played with it. If you haven't, I'd encourage you to. But every president is listed, every election is listed back to Nixon's first term. And you have an opportunity to guess or try to recall as best you can if the markets went up or down in the year following their election. And then on the last page, it gives you the answers to what the markets actually did in the year of that person's election. And the results, I think, are kind of surprising. So take a look at that. You'll see that the randomness that I'm always teaching about with regards to markets persists following elections. They tend to be random results. So check that out. Don't get too overcommitted in your thoughts into what might happen or what might not, depending upon who wins. Finally, please remember to pray for all those people who are trying to rebuild from those devastating hurricanes, and we all need to be thinking about what we might be led to do to help them out. So until next time, have a great weekend. Take care.